The cafe on Fifth Avenue was known for quiet conversations and important meetings. Soft jazz music played in the background while sunlight poured through tall glass windows. Ethan Cole sat alone near the corner, dressed in a charcoal suit, his phone resting beside a half-finished cup of coffee. Ethan wasn't a man who waited. As the founder of a successful tech investment company, people usually waited for him. Yet here he was, checking his watch again. This blind date wasn't his idea. His sister insisted he needed to start living again after a painful divorce 2 years earlier. The woman he was supposed to meet was named Laura Bennett, a school teacher, a single mother. Ethan didn't expect much. Dating had taught him one thing. People often saw his wealth before they saw him. Just as he considered leaving, a tiny voice interrupted his thoughts. Excuse me, are you Mr. Ethan? Ethan looked up and froze. Standing in front of him was a small girl, no older than 5. Her brown hair was tied into uneven ponytails. She wore a faded yellow dress and carried a backpack almost as big as her body. Yes, I'm Ethan, he said carefully. Are you lost? The girl climbed onto the chair across from him without hesitation. My name is Mia Bennett, she said confidently. My mommy was supposed to meet you today, but she got very sick. Ethan's confusion deepened. Your mommy? She has a fever and keeps sleeping, Mia continued. So I came instead. Ethan felt his chest tighten. Mia, how did you get here? I took the bus, she replied proudly. Mommy taught me. Alarm bells rang in his head. A child traveling alone across the city was not brave. It was dangerous. Does your mother know you're here? He asked. Mia shook her head, her voice dropping. I didn't want you to think she didn't care. She was really happy about meeting you. She even bought a new dress. Something broke inside Ethan at that moment. He signaled the waiter and ordered hot chocolate and a croissant for Mia. As she ate, he gently asked questions. Where she lived, how her mom was feeling, whether anyone else was home. When he got the address, Ethan immediately called his driver. Mr. Harris, he said firmly. I need you here now. We're taking a little passenger home. Mia smiled up at him. You don't look scary like Mommy said rich people usually are. Ethan smiled softly. Your mom sounds very smart. As they left the cafe, Ethan realized something had already changed. This wasn't just a missed date anymore. This was the beginning of a story neither of them expected. The ride across the city was quiet. Mia sat beside Ethan, swinging her feet and sipping her hot chocolate carefully, as if it were something precious. Outside the window, tall buildings slowly gave way to older streets. Is your mom very sick? Ethan asked gently. She tries to be strong, Mia replied. But she cries when she thinks I'm asleep. Those words stayed with him. They arrived at a modest apartment building with chipped paint and narrow stairs. Mia unlocked the door confidently and ran inside. Mommy, I'm back! A woman hurried out of the bedroom, pale and unsteady. Her hair was messy, her eyes full of panic. Mia, she gasped. Where did you go? Before Ethan could speak, Mia pointed at him. This is Mr. Ethan. You were supposed to meet him. The woman's face drained of color. You went alone, across the city. She swayed, nearly collapsing. Ethan stepped forward instinctively, steadying her. Please sit, he said calmly. You're not well. I'm Laura Bennett, she said weakly, embarrassed and frightened. I'm so sorry. I was supposed to cancel. I took medicine and fell asleep. The apartment was small but clean. Children's drawings covered the walls. There was love here, just not much money. I brought Mia home as soon as I understood what happened, Ethan said. She shouldn't have traveled alone, but she did it because she cares deeply about you. Laura covered her face, overwhelmed. I failed as a mother today. No, Ethan replied softly. You raised a child brave enough to love that deeply. That says more than you think. He noticed the empty kitchen shelves and quietly heated canned soup, making toast without asking. Laura protested weakly, but exhaustion won. Mia watched him closely. "Are you staying?" "Just for a little while," Ethan said. That night, as Laura drifted into sleep on the couch, Ethan realized something unfamiliar. For the first time in years, his life felt meaningful. Over the next few days, Ethan checked in. Text messages, groceries delivered, medicine left at the door. He expected Laura to pull away. Instead, she thanked him honestly, but never asked for more. When they finally went on their first real date, it wasn't fancy. Just dinner at a quiet restaurant. "I don't live the kind of life you're used to," Laura said nervously. "I budget everything. My daughter comes first, always." Ethan smiled. "Good. I'm tired of people who put money first." They talked for hours, about failed marriages, disappointment, fear, and hope. Ethan admitted how lonely success had become. Laura shared how invisible she felt as a struggling teacher. Slowly, trust grew. Ethan showed up, not with grand gestures, but consistency. School events, parent-teacher nights, fixing a broken shelf, listening. Mia approved instantly. "You make Mommy laugh again," she said one evening. Months passed. Love didn't rush. It built itself carefully. And for the first time, Ethan wasn't running from something. He was building toward something. 1 year later, on the anniversary of Mia's bus trip, Ethan took Laura and Mia to dinner. At the end of the meal, Ethan knelt, not in front of Laura, but in front of Mia. "Mia Bennett," he said gently. "Thank you for being brave that day. You changed my life." Then he turned to Laura. "I don't promise perfection," he said, "but I promise presence, partnership, and love." Tears filled Laura's eyes as she said yes. Mia clapped loudly. "I knew it!" They weren't a fairy tale family. They were better. They were real.